Away, the channel where we talk about all things law of attraction. And on this channel, I like to break down the law of attraction in an educational style that's more 101. I make it easy and digestible so you can apply it to your life, so you can manifest your dreams. And today I'm actually going to take you down a journey I had in my meditation today. In my meditation, it started off where I saw a picture. I was seeing the famous depiction of the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. And as I began to explore and let God show me what he was trying to tell me, I started to be made aware that these are depictions of what really happened in our mind. And in our daily life, we are always choosing a thought. There's that angel trying to compete for our attention, and that devil trying to compete for our attention so they can win the audience, to make us be ensnared or convinced of what they're saying. And that really is happening with our thoughts every day. We need to be mindful and aware of our thoughts to make sure they're always leading towards the outcome we're looking for. So then I'm like, okay, what is this angel? What is this devil? And in the way of our mind, God started to show me it's like light and darkness. And he brought me to Genesis the first time, and like the first thing God did, right, that we know of, that's depicted in our ancient scriptures here. Let me read that scripture to you. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. Now, I wanted to explain to you what revelation I received from this. So it was basically saying that, and this is also before God created the sun and the moon to govern over night and day. So this light was an energy force, a light force. So there was light, and then he divided from it darkness. Can you kind of see what's going to happen here in my illustration? That God allowed there to be the gift of polarity. So we can then have a true free will to choose light or darkness. We can choose and concoct and create any experience we want on earth. This free will is a gift, and it's a power we can use. But also the polarity, we see it everywhere, don't we? There's up, there's down, left, right, in, out, good, evil. I mean, you can't have a choice unless there's things to choose from. So that's the first precept he built, and showing me what he wanted me to know about the funny character of the devil and the angel on the shoulders. So first he wanted me to understand that there's energy between our thoughts of light and darkness. And with energy and how it works, right? Every energy has a vibrational frequency. So when you're in light, it's a higher vibration. It is a higher frequency. But when you find yourself moving away, a further proximity from light, you're going to have a more dense frequency. Okay, so now what I do with this information? Let me now read another scripture to you, and it's in Ephesians 4. I will actually start reading in Ephesians 4:17. So I tell you this, and insist on it in the Lord, that you must no longer live as the Gentiles do, in the futility of their thinking. They are darkened in their understanding and separated from the life of God because of their ignorance that is in them due to the hardening of their hearts. So when I looked into the Greek and Hebrew, when I always do these word studies, when you look at the word hardening of the hearts there, that is their feelings. God is actually showing us that when we move away from what we feel is good, for whatever reasons have provoked us to walk away from the light, we then become unwittingly ensnared to where we don't know how to listen to our feelings anymore. Our feelings are yet another gift because they are invoked in us as signs. They're warning signs or signals to change. If we're feeling uncomfortable or scared, it should alert us to make a change, right? And happiness, joy, we would want that to be ever present, right? Keep doing that. So I read this just to say how, and to just always be repeating myself to say it's very important to always be aware of what you're thinking, because these thoughts compile and grow into a momentum that will produce an experience in your life. And you really want to make sure it's an experience you want to have. So that's thought number 2. Then I just would like to not only bring attention to where we need to be thinking about our thoughts and making sure we're sifting them and choosing them carefully, but also think about what we're seeing, what we're witnessing. So I will turn to the scriptures again and read Matthew 6:22 and 6:22 and 23. The eye is the lamp of the body. So then, if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Again, this is a complex thought. It's saying, if the light's in you is a dark light, how dark is it? So that's showing you here that it is an energy, like it was before. It's a whole energy, but divided to have like a scale of light being the highest and good energy, serving energy, and a darkness further from what serves you. That is a perplexing thought. How can light be darkness? That seems like the opposite to be true. Seems like an oxymoron, right? But he showed me that when he created light, that was happiness. And when he separated it, when you're away from the light and the energy of the truth and the goodness and the happiness, it is actually misery and destruction. So we're always able to choose, do we want to be more happy, or do we want to actually destroy our happiness, come from the light, and be miserable? Now, it does take just one thought to add to another thought, to another thought, to another thought, to be able to change. I know some of you might be out there and you've been thinking thoughts that have you in a state of mind that is not serving you, or you might be in depression. I want to encourage you that many thoughts going towards the light will build momentum for you, and you can be freed from your misery. Joe Dispenza always talks about a fleeting thought can come and go. It's just a thought. But when continued to be mulled on, that becomes a mood. And then if you let days go by, your mood becomes a characteristic. Oh, she's just cranky all the time. That's who she is. You can reverse that to where it's not a personality trait or a character. It's not even a mood. It's just a fleeting thought to tell you something. It's a sign to help you. Figure out, what is it alerting you to? Are you doing the wrong thing? Maybe you need to change your job. Are you thinking the wrong way about yourself and it doesn't reflect the same way God sees you? Change your thoughts. Learn to love yourself. Self-praise. Just have a rampage of appreciation for yourself. Just start somewhere to walk more towards the light in the way of your thoughts. I hope this helped you to know that life is not a war against flesh and blood. When you're really battling with something, it's probably not your neighbor, your landlord, or your boss, or your parents, or your friends. It's the powers and the principalities of this world, which it's the energies of light and darkness and where you are in proximity to it. Because where there are energies that love to play, and we get to choose every day what energies we want to dance with, what thoughts we want to live in. So I just give you this information that I received today in a way to help you know every thought is building an experience, and let it be the one you want. And that's it for now. I hope you enjoy the journey within.